Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And in this video today we'll be covering out the weekly outlook for the brand new week which will be starting from today, 28th of September 2025, and this will actually mark the end of the month of September. So September has been a crazy month filled with lots of wins, lessons, and improvements in so much that has actually elevated our trading and pushed us higher. So in this video, I'll be covering out what I expect price to do in this new week, which should also be the first week of October. So from my screen already, you have already seen what I've covered, and this is actually the major bias towards what I expect price to do in regards to the new week. So what I expect to see price do is I expect to see price fall down and hold towards this 3760 to 3750, 350 levels, and then use it as a way to push up higher. But then we take note of these 3742 levels as our protected levels, whereby we could load our stops there, or if price falls down lower than that, we are sure that okay, price is taking a twist and trying to change up direction. So I know the question that you are all having now is, how did I come about all of this? So I'll walk you guys through each and every means to which I came about this outlook, and also to give you the possible scenario that if price fails to hold it by, what will happen next. So let's go up to 1 week time frame like we do usually, and when we come up to 1 week time frame, you would notice that I've marked out the previous week high, that is the week that was closed. The high, I've marked it out already, and I've also marked the low right here. So already on the weekly time frame, we could just see how price has been bullish over the last 4 weeks. September has been really bullish, especially the first week of September. It was crazy. September has been really bullish, and now that we've seen all of this, let's switch down to 1 day time frame. When we come down to 1 day time frame, we could see what price has been doing. We could see this break of structure here. We could see how price came back for the discount level. There was this FVG here. Most buyers thought, or most sellers were trying to take advantage that price had closed below this to push up higher, but we could see how price reclaimed that level, left another FVG that with last week price tapped into, and we could see price pushing up. On the daily time frame, we could already see how price has tapped into this guy and has given us this push up higher that went so close to take out the high of last week, that is 8ch, but then did not take it and then closed where we closed. So my expectation actually with the previous week was that price could actually tap towards the midpoint of this level, towards the midpoint of the FVG, that is around this midpoint to these levels right here. But then price did went in and held up higher to push up higher. And if we come down now to 4 hours time frame, when we come down to 4 hours time frame, we could see the fact that price that was selling, we could see the failure swing here, whereby price tapped these buys from this level, pushed up higher, but then failed to hold it. And that is what gave us this break of structure, this beautiful looking break of structure that left this FVG here. I don't know if you are seeing this, but it left this FVG here. Can you see? But and the fact about this guy is that after price left this FVG, price actually tapped into it and rejected beautifully, which gave some sellers the impression that price could continue pushing down lower, and it still went back in for a second time and still sold down aggressively in regards to the failure swing entry here. If you haven't seen that video, I have dropped a detailed video about how this entry works. But then after a while of the whole noise that started to happen here, price broke out of this level, invalidating these sales that were actually trying to push the price down lower, leaving this 4-hour FVG and coming back now. Can you see with this last candle that price closed with? It was coming back down towards that FVG level. It was coming back down towards that FVG level, and we could see it in play like very beautifully. This is an IFVG right here, and this IFVG too now is correlating with the midpoint of this 4-hour FVG, as you can see here. So what I actually expect to see is I actually expect to see price most likely tapping the midpoint of this guy or coming back as low as the midpoint of the IFVG before pushing up higher. This is actually my expectation for the new week from the 1 week time frame. We can already see it all adding up with every details that we already have right now. So okay, and also take note of this. This is why I said this level 2 was kind of a protected level whereby we could leave our stops at around this level, because price coming back down as low as this for this IFVG, most likely price will be invalidating it. So if now we, with all of this that we've gathered, if we go down to 1 hour, we could actually see all of this adding up. Because when we come down to 1 hour time frame, we could see the whole pressure that was sitting at around this level, and we could see the whole break of sorts to the upside, and we could see this push that price is actually pushing down lower. So if let's go down a bit lower to 30 minutes. We could see this is all like it's all adding up, especially in regards to the whole midpoint of that IFVG, and we could see how everything is tallying, because we could see the whole pressure and consolidation that was pointing up towards the point whereby we had that FVG that price has closed above. So most like my main expectation is just for price to most likely or not, because there's a high chance that price could still hold this level, but I expect something like this and then this is what I expect. This is actually what I expect, that price push down lower. Lately price hasn't been doing any of that or pushing down lower before it makes the main move, but then hopefully this week it actually pushes a bit lower before it continues with the move up. But then if price fails to hold up these buying levels, what I expect to see is price to sell lower as low as maybe something coming close to the last week's low, something like this. Price would, after, if price falls down lower and pick buys from here, if these buys don't close full body again above this level, most likely price will continue pushing down lower. So basically this is what I'm expecting with this new week. If you're not part of the channel, use the link in the description to join my channel on Telegram. I've been dropping trades there too. Last week we had lots of trades. Currently we're still holding buys from last week. These buys actually, we're still holding them, and I expect price to at least smash 3800, because my next targets will be 3800, 3330, and then as high as 3862. So actually I'm looking forward to seeing gold tapping probably 4k before this year runs out, but then we just have to keep moving with whatever the market shows us. We just have to keep moving with that, because for instance this whole buy that I'm seeing for this new week is very, very obvious and clean, because already we could see the whole bearish build up whereby price was hitting up this bearish trend line, and we could see the full body close above it, and then still a full body close above the FVG that was trying to push price down lower, together with the filler swing on 4 hours too. And then we could see this breakout. Now most likely what usually happens in this type of entry pattern is just expect price to come as close as to the point that it broke out, then probably this sweet moves up. This is usually how it plays out, but then we just need to keep our eyes open due to the possibility or tendency that okay, price could actually fail to hold those buying levels and then flip them, especially with this 4 hours FVG right here, and flip them as a way to push down lower. So stay active, stay tuned. We'll be making crazy money this October. If you are not part of the channel, I've said already, don't miss out, join up. And then my VIP too is actually open. I do more than just giving signals. I'll make sure that I guide you and try to get your accounts up too. So I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.